Welcome back, guys. Same day, different video, and we're gonna be working on Series Grey today. As you guys saw in the end of the last video, we have a couple of things to do after we just got the transmission fully rebuilt in here, thanks to Johnny Trans. This thing is literally all brand new, guys. What the heck did I do? It has a brand new Lombok in it, brand new clutch, brand new trans, brand new turbo kit. Everything's new. So, just to catch you up to speed for those of you just tuning in for this car, this is our Series Grey 2019 STI. This has one of our Stage 3 short blocks and Stage 3 cylinder head packages. That is an ETS rotated turbo kit with a 6266. Definitely would recommend a 6.4, but that's just what we have. So 6266 there, small injectors, ID 1050X injectors. Does have a Walbro 450 custom mounted into the factory hanger by your one and only over here. No, I do not offer that option, as I told you guys in the past, because it's just not the right way to do it. You know, the right way would be to buy a radium unit, or I know I'm drawing a blank right now. Radium, and there's another company that makes it, and I don't know why, but I can't think of it right now. I'm trying to think. Anyways, we'll jump on the next subject. Radium would be the proper way to do it. This is not the proper way, but it works. And we have an ETS 5-inch intercooler on this car, because this car has made 800 wheel before. It's trapped 880 actually, if you want to be technical. Gone 9.6 at 143, 144. Don't quote me. Somewhere in there. It's one of those 2 mile an hour. But gonna be the wife's winter car, as you guys heard me say in the last video. Putting the snow tires on. Yes, it has different wheels in the front than in the back. That's because I haven't finished switching them. So you see that, that's why. And we are going to be draining the tank today. So I know a lot of you have asked me in the past about draining the tank, so I'm going to go into detail about that today to help you guys. One thing to note, this car does have a hardwire fuel pump, which means when you turn the ignition, it doesn't use the factory fuel pump controller, and that also means the fuel pump stays on. You know, a normal stock car, they have like a 10 or 15 second cycle. You turn the key on, fuel pump comes on, 15 seconds later it turns off. So this doesn't work for that. But what we do is, this is our return, because obviously this car has factory fuel line still. On the bottom of the regulator, we take that guy off there, put our own hose out here, and we'll be putting it into that jug right here. And I can just simply turn the key on without turning the car on, and it will drain all the fuel on that side of the tank into here, because we have a saddle tank. So fuel hanger is going to be on the passenger side. Driver side is like it's not a pickup unit, but it does pick up fuel and transfer it to the other side. And the problem with doing this is it won't transfer all the fuel over while doing this. So it makes it kind of tough for when you're changing fuel, guys. Another way to do this is, let's say your car has a factory fuel pump controller, like 99% of you will, and you're changing fuels. You can put a fitting on the bottom of your regulator, run a hose out here, and then start your car and let it run until the car shuts off. That will run it out of gas. So say, I still don't like relying on that, because like I said, they are a saddle tank. Being a saddle tank doesn't mean that I'll never be able to say the wording of it, but the deal that sucks fuel from one side and goes over, it's like a centrifugal pump. I don't know. Never been able to say it, so I'm not going to try anymore. Anyways, it cycles from one side to the other. When you're doing that and the car's running and it's draining into said container, I've seen instances where it doesn't actually drain the other side. So I'm going to do this the complete manual way, and that is, 1, the way I just told you there, turn the key on, let it drain in there. 2, I'm going to go in the back of the car, and we're going to pull the actual side unit out over here, which is actually just like pulling your fuel pump. Wow, rookie move. Door is locked. It's just like pulling your normal fuel pump hanger and then draining the tank from there. So I'm going to get that apart, and once I start draining the fuel, I will show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, now I got the car apart. This took all about 2 minutes. This is what it looks like on the driver's side. This is what comes out of the driver's side there. And we're gonna need 3 things. We're gonna need a battery, something to put your fuel in, and then this. So this contraption is literally just a fuel pump, power ground. Power ground comes out to nice battery style terminals there. Mine's missing the red one, so we get pretty creative there. I guess if you touch the wrong ones, it's gonna be fun. This has a D-Dub 400 on it. You could just use your factory fuel pump if you got one laying around. You literally just put a hose on the top of it, power and ground, runs out your battery, then you have a nice little pump. So it works out great. So this is what I use. This thing's been used, abused, and works awesome. So we're gonna throw this thing in there, like so, bam. We're gonna take our nice fitting style hose, put it in there, and then we got, at least we got black on here so we can figure out which one's which. And I know there's gonna be some of you that freak out about arcing and fuel. I guess I like to live dangerously. Here we go. We are pumping away, guys. So you can see she is a high flowing unit there, going real quick. So we're just going to drain the tank out. As you can imagine, it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Some might think it's sketchy, but I've been using this thing for like 3 years and it's been great. So I'm still here. I'm not dead yet. Till today, no, we'll be good. So I'm going to drain the driver's side saddle first. So that way when I put the battery back up here and I drain from the bottom of the regulator, I'm not running into a case where it's sucking the fuel back over to the hanger after I already drained it, because that's what it will do. You'll turn the key off and it'll siphon over. So I'm going to take care of that now and make sure this side's empty, so that way if it siphons anything over, there's going to be nothing to siphon over. So I'm going to wrap this thing up. Looks like it is doing a good job at pulling it out. And I'm going to throw this E85 into old Type RA girl. She's getting ready for hibernation. So stay tuned. Just a few moments here. Now that we got the back of the car all put back together, we can take care of the front part. And I didn't feel like making a new line, and my other line decided to grow legs and run off. So what we have here, bottom of the regulator comes out, goes to a hose. Yes, that's an AN fitting. Yes, that's a hose. Yes, that's probably gonna leak. It's going into that little container there. Let's see how bad this thing wants to leak everywhere. So, like I said, this is hardwired. So when I turn the key on, the pump will kick on. Oh yeah, oh, there goes the wipers. Stop doing that, because those wipers are terrible. And this thing is definitely leaking away out here. Not as bad as you would think it would be, but there we go. So we got a nice steady stream coming out. Now, oh nice, not even leaking. Look at that, guys. Now, let this thing drain all the way, and then we'll be good to go. We'll have to go get some gas, because obviously this thing doesn't have anything in it to drive to the gas station. So this thing's jamming out inside of it. Once this is done, we'll get some gas, and then we'll do this first startup. Oh yeah, good old yummy pump gas. Okay. See if I can do this one-handed. Probably not. Definitely not. Ugh. There we go. Not too enthused about pump gas, but winter car. Alright, time to fire this thing up. Yep, you're gonna need those, because I'm good at forgetting these damn things. Alright, start out, guys. Get the laptop, because obviously, like I said, this thing doesn't have a flex fuel kit. So, getting situated here. With that being said, obviously that means I just have E85 in the car, and it's on an E85 map, which what that entails for those of you that are interested. And I know I don't talk much about tuning. That's going to change your injector scaling. So I need to go into the map, and I'm plugging in the access port right now, and I need to adjust my injector scaling for pump gas, since that's what we're going to be having in the car now. Because also, for those of you that don't know, E85 usually takes about 20% more fuel, 30% more fuel than pump gas. So obviously if I were to just start it up right now, the car would be very rich, because it doesn't have a flex fuel sensor to tell it that it has less ethanol content in the car right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the map. Now, as you guys remember, those of you who have been watching since the beginning or since I've been tuning, Grey was the first car I tuned. So I revised that map later on when I put this new motor in the car and we had that twin scroll kit in it, because obviously there's a lot of things I've learned since the beginning of tuning, and I'm sure I will continue to learn every single day for the rest of my life. So I am going to pull up its map. I'm going to alter to injector scaling for right now. And after that, I'm going to build a completely new map for the car. Yes, that will take more time, but I feel like that is the correct thing to do. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm taking a look here to find the map for the car, which I probably should just pull the one that's on the car. I found one that says ID 1050X because, like I said, guys, this thing had ID 2000s on it, so obviously it was tuned at that point. And then at some point I put the 1050s in here and I created a map just so it could run. And then parts started coming off of it and then it didn't run. So this looks like this was the map that I had that was for the 1050. So now all I should have to do is come in here and change my injector scaling. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to find my injector scale, which I found, and then I'm going to come over here and I am going to look at what I need for the correct injector scaling. So as you can see here, 1050X, if this is showing up, I know the sun's probably glaring in, and we'll come down and we have 10% ethanol in the car. This car runs a little bit higher base pressure since it has stock fuel lines and a Walbro 450 in here, mainly stock return. It overruns the regulator, so that means our fuel pressure at idle is higher than what we want. So I'm going to put E85 in here, and it shows that my fuel injector scale is 3948, and the one I have in the map is 3683. So I may have scaled the car for less because it seems like the fuel that we have here is not E85, it's more of E80. Oh, come on. So if I put an E80, it's 3839. So let's raise our base pressure. No. Sick. I really don't want to put a gauge on here to figure out what the frick our base pressure is again. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up our previous map from the car that had the ID 2000s, and I do know that that one has the correct scaling for when I originally did the car. That's a better way. And you guys are probably getting bored as I'm going through this, so I'm trying to make it quick for you. And then we'll get right to the startup, because once I change the scaling, then I flash it, and then we'll be good to go, and we can fire the car up. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. Injector scaling is actually live, so that makes that feature pretty nice, because I'll just pull the map that's on the car, and then I'll alter my scaling. Well done. I'm probably going to have to put a gauge on it, but for now, I'm going to just use, which I know what it usually is going to be right around 48. It's not the way I want to tell you guys to do it, but that's going to be the way I do it for right this moment. And then I'm going to throw a gauge on there and actually see what fuel pressure is, because that's obviously pretty important right now. It's important to build your map off of the correct fuel pressure, otherwise your whole map will be off. So I got that scaled. Everything's good to go. We're going to change our scaling of the injectors. I made sure that this is the 1050s. And we're gonna grab whatever map is on the car. So we're gonna connect to the ECU. And we'll see what it brings up. Sounds like freaking car's gonna be dead. Alright, so now I should be able to start this thing right up. Freaking sick. Dead battery. I knew it sounded like it was getting a dead battery. God damn it. Hang on. Alright, we're back. Good batteries in the car, new battery. That way we don't brick this damn ECU. Oh, that sounds a lot better. All right, let's go ahead and reconnect now. Since to bleed our coolant system, and oh yeah, I got the jams going. I really don't want to do that here. Boy, of course it had to not take our scaling, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. Of course it doesn't want to fix it. Come on. What? That's not what I want. Control copy. Put that in to there. Go in your home. Bam. Alright. We're gonna save. Just for the hell of it. Now, should be able to fire this baby up. Look at that. Alright. See if there's any exhaust leaks, any other kind of leaks or anything. I didn't even turn the heat on. Put our battery down in there. Sounds good. I don't hear any exhaust leaks, so that's a plus. Definitely could work up on the table a little bit, but as you guys saw, it's just a real quick revision here just to bleed the coolant system, because I'm just going to start over anyways. Alright, we'll turn the heater on, get that stuff all on, let this thing warm up, bleed the coolant system, and then from there we can start the tuning process, see what old girl is going to make on pump gas. Motor's got solid 437 miles, so hope she's ready to party today. We're going to see where the 1050s go. I'm just going to turn it up until I don't have any injector left, and then I'll back it down a bit, and I'll be where it is for the wife. I think I'm going to call it at, it's going to make 460 to 480 wheel. I think that's where we're going to end up being with these 1050s. So we'll see together where it goes. Taking you guys with me. Let's get this thing bled, get some heat going. Hopefully it's not a bitch to bleed, because I know our lovely neighbor is not going to be too enthused that it is. So, oh Jesus, nice. I already feel heat coming through, thank goodness. So I should be able to let this thing sit here and idle and bleed the coolant system. So I'll check back. Air fuel corrections though will go down once it warms up, obviously. So I'll check back with that too, and we'll kind of go from there, guys. Oh yeah, sick. Forgot about this freaking knob. This is off the RA, as you guys can see. Bam, a shift knob to it, and I took it off because I missed that gear, and I don't really like the way this thing is, but this is what I got for right now, so maybe I'll just put it on here, and the wife can deal with that for now. Screw this stupid adapter piece on there for it. Watch, I'll end up getting them stuck together or some shit. Yeah, tight enough. Hopefully I don't rip that thing off of there. Come on. Yeah, now she's a Type RA, boys. No, not really. Fakely. Oh, I haven't even checked if it goes in gear. First, second. Oh, we got third, boys. It feels like it's in third at least. Fourth, fifth, sixth. What about reverse? Hell yeah, we got all the gears, boys. Good job, John. We got that shit dialed. Alright, we are at 138 degrees, even though the heater feels like it's at 2 million degrees and I'm dying. On the right path. While girl is bleeding the coolant system, look at that guy. I got some new windshield wiper blades for it because I know some of you are gonna hate me for doing this, but the car's dirty. Look at this. This thing's freaking salvage title. So we are gonna be changing these out. Let's see if I can even do this. Ow! Alright, probably not gonna be able to do that one-handed without losing my finger. So yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna switch these out. Oh yeah, much better. These things are awesome as I'm getting sprayed for you guys, but bam, now we got working wiper blades for the winter beast. It's a must, definitely a must, guys. Those are personally my favorite, the Rain-X Latitude ones. If you guys, you can get them at any auto parts store obviously, but it's just had the best luck with them. You know, they're a little bit more money, but guys, they definitely are worth it. No, this is not no sponsored ad, but they work awesome in the winter. This car, actually, those are its original windshield wipers, guys, from when it was brand new, which we all know Subaru puts on some cheap-ass wipers blades, but they're what, 3, 4 years old? I don't even remember anymore. I think this is our 4th year of gray. That would mean that's, no, this is our 3rd year. And then 4th year of blue, that's what it is. I always get them backwards. I know I've had blue a year longer than gray, but 3rd year of old girl, I can't even believe it. I used to not even keep cars past like a month, 2 months. Now I'm wiped up and keep cars for way too long apparently. Oh well. I've learned over the past, and I'll kind of fill you guys in because you like backstories. I've learned, because I used to go through cars all the time, and I'd always want the same car again that I got rid of, so I figured why not just wait, save up, and get what you want. So if you can keep that car and then start over essentially, and then get something else you want and keep doing that, and that seems to help me a lot more to be happier and keep cars. You know, I'm sure a lot of you can probably ask, how do you cope with never driving a car, like never driving that? And obviously you guys know I never drive blue, and to be honest with you, never thought I'd be at a point where I'd be okay with that. And it just seems that, I don't know if I want to say I don't think that I have them, I don't remember I have them, it's just I have other things that keep me busy, keep me going. I love driving my truck every day. I do like driving these cars obviously, but I get to drive them pretty much every day, so very fortunate for that. But that gives you a little bit of backstory. Let's see how this thing's doing on coolant temps. Doing pretty good. We are at 172 right now. Air fuel corrections have dropped down. They're at 14% corrections. Keep in mind, like I said guys, I didn't change anything on the VE map that would alter that, so I'm going to create this new map for this car. After the coolant system's bled, I think the heat is going. I mean, obviously if this thing's not 290 degrees right now, the heat's working. That's a joke, by the way. I know I've talked about doing bleeding coolant systems before. This one was a lot easier just because I didn't drain the whole system. I drained the radiator, but apparently, I mean, it must not drain the whole system when I did it because it bled very easily. You notice the cars in the front up higher than the back. I got the funnel on there, obviously. Being the highest point of the car, this doesn't have a coolant expansion tank. So what you'll do is you'll start the car up, you'll let it warm up. If it goes past your 207, then I would shut the car off and let the coolant drop down in your funnel. Then restart the car and hold the RPMs at 3,000 RPMs and do that, and just watch your coolant temps and then keep cycling back and forth there. And you'll eventually get heat and you'll get the system bled, guys. So gives you a little bit of tips. I'm gonna finish letting this thing off and build that new map for it. Sections are getting to be where they should. And I still hear a little bit of a tick. Could just be the header itself, could be another crack, which I really hope not. I can feel a little bit of air coming around the up pipe gasket. It does have a brand new one on it, but like you guys saw, this header is used, abused, should be replaced. So if you have that issue, guys, what I'm going to do is let the car cool down while I'm building that other map for it, and I'm going to add another gasket in there to give it more thickness, just in case maybe that flange isn't flat. But that should take care of it. Anything pre-turbo, you don't want to have leaking, guys. It'll throw off your frontal too, it'll make the car drive weird, it'll do a whole bunch of weird things with the car for drivability and power and air fuel you don't want. So it's probably going to come down to, I'm going to have to get a header for it. It's just inevitable. It's going to crack again. How long, I don't know, but I'm going to have to start looking into a new header. So you guys already know, we'll be probably hitting up our boys at ETS and we'll get a header for this thing. That's probably going to wrap up the video though. I know this video is already going to be drawn out pretty long. I know you guys want to come along with tuning, but you're just going to have to stay tuned for the next video for that, because we got to get this thing tuned, get the wife's reaction. It's going to be a good time. So that's going to end it out here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today. I tried to record quite a bit for you, give you a lot of information, and I don't want to blend them all together. So I'm going to leave the tuning side just for its own video. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you in tomorrow's video.
Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living life up in the fast lane. Life, though you lemons, you just put them in Coronas, Coronas, Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus, the bonus, the bonus. Ain't no thoughts about tomorrow, I'm just living in the moment, the moment, the moment. Full tank of gas and 200 on the dash, bitch, I'm zoning, I'm zoning, I'm zoning. Fast lane, living life up in the fast lane. Hey. fast lane. Life up in the fast lane, fast lane. Turn me up. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living